Anyway, I'm on 6th Street, but this seems a quieter part of 6th Street. Alright, hang on. Let me get messages straight. Or chat straight, I should say. Oh, gosh. All messages. How's everybody doing tonight? I know for some people it's late, for some people it's normal, some people it's early. You never know. Anyway, I don't want to set up down here. I really want to set up next to a light post because I brought tons of magnets. Oh, let me show you my wagon. So I'm using some of the magnets right now. I've got signs on both sides of the cart. And somebody in the parking garage already asked me, why is Scientology a cult? And I opened my mouth real wide and he goes, no, just kidding. I already know they are. I was ready to go in. Hey, Becky. Hey, chat mama. You are a chat mama. I think you're in every chat I'm ever in. Alrighty. Oh, I hit the sign. Collision. Traffic accident. That looked like a bunch of waiters getting off. There's a lot of restaurants in this area. Really nice, like, expensive ones. If you watched my quick live earlier, I was looking for a place to eat around the parking garage. And there were several that were $100 and up. And I was like, no. I found a really nice place. I got a salad. Huge salad. I wish I would have asked how big it was. So I'm actually on 6th Street. But Lord have mercy. I'm closer towards the freeway, I think, which would be east. And this is 6th Street. What? I don't know. Heck, it's been like 20. You know what? I'm going. I got 11 seconds. Whoa, let's go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I made it. Oh, that hurt. I ran. I can't run. Hey, Jay. I hope I'm not jumbling you guys too much. I don't have it on a gimbal. Since I was running late, I thought, well, let's just walk with me. Help me pick a spot. Like I said, I was telling the waiter, I haven't been to 6th Street in 20 years. It was for an anniversary, and we literally didn't go in anywhere. Every place was so packed and loud. I got to get around this scooter. So, I thought this would be tons easier. If you look at my thumbnail, they used to close 6th Street off on the weekends to vehicle traffic. Literally today I was looking and they have opened it up to traffic. And I'm like, that was stupid. Because there's enough streets around here, they don't need it. And you've got all these drunk people walking from bar to bar to bar to bar to bar. It should be, what's going to have to happen? Somebody's going to have to get hit. Shares here. Okay. Oh. Yeah, we got it. Oh, no, not this last one. The last one that hit north of Austin was south of us. Thank God. But we got the high winds. And, you know, I was worried about those high winds because that's what knocked over the tree. It wasn't an actual tornado. And we're about to get another storm. So we've seriously been discussing getting a generator because that night, a few days ago, our electricity went off like 7 or 8 times. It freaked me out. Hey, Jeff. Oh, no. What'd you do, Jeff? How'd you break your ankle? That sucks. That's a bad break. Okay, I'm just following the crowd here. Okay. They're going to have to go around me. I have a big wagon. My wagon of justice. Yeah. The day I said I'd never broken a bone, I walked into my laundry room barefooted and stubbed the second to the last toe on my washer, the corner, and it hit so hard it didn't break the toe, it broke the bone behind the toe. So when I'm worried about bad things happening, I don't talk about it. Okay, we are here. Now we just have to find a spot. All right. A hen party's going on. There's a hen party, y'all. Hey, we're live. Say hi. This is going to be a hoot. I wanted to have a second beer at my dinner, but oh, shit. That hurt. Look. Oh, my God. It just yanked my shoulder. Oh, my God. That hurt. I am on the wrong side of the street. Oh, and everybody's smoking. I hate smoke. Ugh. And I don't have my inhaler. That's a whole story. All right, I didn't want to be someplace super loud, though. So I'm going to keep walking. I have my signs on my wagon if anybody wants to look at it. You know what I thought about after the fact, after I got here? I really should just get one of those, make a board that goes over my shoulders on back and front, and I have no idea if you can hear me, and just walk like I am now and not set up. So I think next time that might be what I do, because holy moly, busy. Let me see if they had closed this off, I could be walking in the street. Alright, we gotta find someplace close. Thank you. That was nice. He moved a sign for me. People are so nice in Texas. That's why I like it here. Ooh, lots of cops. Now, why are they blocking that off? That might be a good spot for me, right over there. Where the cops are. Because the street's blocked off a little bit. And it's a little bit... What do you think? What do you think about that corner over there? By the cops. It seems quieter on this side. On this corner. Oh, and there's a tree. Hi. The Driscoll. No! In front of the Driscoll. I'm not going to go back and get it. Okay. Is that pretty far?
It's like 3 blocks down.
Yeah, I'm not going to go.
The Haunted Hotel, you can see it from here.
Nah. It's
lime green.
I have all these signs. I have a bunch.
Lime green and a magnet.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, the magnet, I can get more, but I was worried about that while I was walking. Let me take this off. So probably when I hit that, it probably fell off when I hit that dip. I'm going to cross here. I think this is a good place. All right. We are in Austin on 6th Street. And I went vertical on purpose to see if we could get some new eyeballs and why I'm here. So I'm actually here to spread some word to people. They probably won't want to stop and talk to me, but I protest Scientology across from the University of Texas, about a mile or so away. And they're out of class right now, so I thought, what the hell, let me come down here and set up. Because we have people going to Vegas and all kinds, just trying to spread the word. We're trying to get the authorities to investigate them for all the horrors that go on. So, too bad it's right by the cops. Excuse me, guys. Hey, guys, excuse me. Thanks. Ugh. All right, this is a good spot, I think. Okay, I want to stay out of the way. Hang on just a second. I'll get my new tripod out. I figure standing here by the cops might actually be a good thing, because our cops aren't bought by Scientology, and I won't probably get too messed with. So, alright, this is going to be weird. I don't know how to do this, because I usually have my tripod ready. Oh, man. I'm going to have to dig for stuff. I forgot. I threw the piece I need most in my backpack. So if y'all can bear with me. Oh, I wish I could speak French, but I can't. Hey, y'all, if you could just welcome people in while I'm busy. Hey, Tom. What up, what up, what up? We're here on 6th Street in Austin, watching everybody have a good time. Thank you. Thank you. Homeless lady being nice. I hope I can find the piece I need, or I'm going to be holding this phone all night. Alrighty. Because I threw it in the top of my backpack. Ugh.
This way. This way.
Oh my god. It is dark over here. Can't see. I have too much crap. Too much crap. Alright. Where might you have fallen? Hello? I just need the clip that holds the... Ah, there it is. Got it. I feel like I'm on a... Alright, what'd I do with... There it is. Oh, this is so much fun. You can people watch while I'm doing that. I'm be shaking a lot. If you get motion sick, look away till I'm done. I'm doing this one-handed. Hey, Richard, how are you? How are you doing tonight? Having fun? Alright. I'm hot. It's very humid. It's not like temperature hot, but so, and I don't have my inhaler. That's a long story. Alrighty, we have the tripod. Alright. Hang on. Alright, there we go. Got that. Alright. And...
Hey ladies! Go to Soho!
Where's the piece I need? My chat knows to bring motion sickness pills. Yep. I almost need them too. Mine's very visual. If a kid is spinning circles in front of me, it makes me sick. Now, why is this tripod weird? That's not where this is supposed to be.
Hey, don't forget that one. There you go, guys.
We are on.
Go to Soho.
But, so, this, in my old one, was beside the camera. Huh. Okay. I think I got it. Loosen. Loosen. Nope. That's not doing it. Well, that's weird. Very weird. I will have to figure that out later. So, we have it set up. Hang on. I can't put it on the power button. I've done that before and turned it off. And why is this not fitting well? Precarious in there. Why? I don't like this one as well as the other one. It's the same one I rebought, but it's a little different. Oh, I don't like that at all. How do you make it longer? I don't like that. It barely fits. It was not like that before. Oh my god, you guys. It's not wanting to stay in. I can get a different piece that hooks on, and I guess I'm going to have to. Because this is... Why is this not fitting? Oh, that's why. To keep it off the power button, it was over. Alright. Over the power button, we're just going to have to hope and pray. Yep, say hi! Alright, now I got to lock this somehow. Alright, it's on the power button, didn't go off. Hey Dusty, I was in your chat earlier. You gave me this idea, you and Pup Grimmer and Eric going to weird places. And I thought, so the other night I was talking last Friday, doing my late night, and I said, because of my new schedule working, I said, you know, it'd be perfect if I could go protest at 1 or 2 in the morning. And I was like, ta-da! 6th Street in Austin. Lost one of my signs and my battery magnet on the way here. So check this out. This is how many signs that I've made. I had to get a holder for them. So I have small ones, big ones, all that stuff. Okay. Oh no, Becky. Oh. Oh, store it with your wrench. Got it. Okay, I'm staying behind this tree so I'm not blocking traffic. All right. Now for the big mama jamma. Big mama here. That's what I need to call it. My big mama. Look at this thing, guys. It's freaking huge. It goes like 7 or 8 feet tall. Alright, hang on. Not a lot of people walking over here, so I think. Okay, and I forgot my sandbags again, but it's not breezy, so we're good. I know, I saw you. Saw your sign, I liked it. Who made the cult is the word? Wow, I just figured out the best way to do that. All the way, no, not all the way down. If it's all the way down, it's taking up too much real estate. You need to bring it up. There we go. That's better. I'll have to change out. My sign. Okay, that's too tall.
Like you're my friend.
Bring it down. That was like 8 feet in the air. I had it put up there. I just think people will look up. Alright, we're good there. Now I need to change the sign, which I need to dig out my Velcro for that. Check this out. You'll get to see me switch signs. Ready? We don't need this one. have a new one here. I need to cut this, and I don't think I have scissors. Oh well. I didn't get these laminated. Hey, Blink! Good to see you! Who else did I miss? I know. But I didn't get this one laminated. So I found out. Actually, I don't want to do that. I don't want to take it apart. I called the teacher store that I used to go to because it looked closed. And it answered it was closing after closing, so they're still there. So I can get this stuff laminated. You know what? I think I'm only going to do the top. Oh, I don't need both these pieces. Alright, I'll figure this out eventually. This is the right side. Oh, yep, that's the right side. Alright. Pretty much up there in the corner. Oh, I gotta bring this down. I'm not that tall. There we go. That's better. Yep, oh, that's sticky. Oh, come on, my finger. Nope. And every time I put something in here, it disappears. My wagon of justice has become the wagon of the black hole. Alright. 25. So I can free my meal. Alright, stick. I meant to bring a flashlight and forgot. But I think. Dang it. Oh. The void of justice. If I miss anybody, I'm sorry. I know you guys are welcome people in. Not that bad. These aren't the same size as what I already put on. Tom just bought these for me. Man, they are sticky as wrong. Oh, no, I didn't back. Alrighty, guys, so I should do all four. Man, I wish I had scissors. Waste them. I can use this till it gets destroyed, I guess. Man, I have that stickiness. Not that bad. Alrighty. Doing this without looking. What I'm hoping is also, I need to make a sign in Spanish. Because we got a lot of Hispanics that's going to walk by that they might try to lure in, you know? Because I'll bet you they bring body routers down here for sure. I would not would be surprised, or they might have too much fun though. Oh my god, I can't get that off. Come on, come on. My fingers are so sticky. There we go. Oh my god, I still have another one to do. I did not bring my fan. Alrighty. Yes I do. Duh. That makes too much sense. I have a really good one on my keys, but I've only been carrying part of my keys. And I am ripping, y'all. This I didn't expect. This is the new sign. The Scientology crimes. I tried not to make it too busy, and you know, I didn't bring my other bag, and I think it has, no, I have printouts in my, and I still have in here, Scientology is a call, ask me why, and it says that on my wagon, so we'll see how we can work that. So put this about eye level. Let's do that so people can see it. Anybody shorter than me won't see it. Alrighty. I hope I remember if somebody does stop and talk. Let's see what else I got in. Because I had wanted to stand near a light pole. It's too close to where people walk. My wagon, but I think I'm just going to Velcro it right to the pole here. It's lower, and it's the one that always starts the conversation, you know. Scientology is a call, ask me why. I love that song. Because people go, why? Man, guys, it is super hot out here. Alright, how y'all doing tonight, by the way? I hope, okay. I was able to fix this before. Okay, I figured out how to stop my frozen chat. I go in, I select top messages, then I go back and select all messages and it comes back.
I wish my phone wasn't there.
Got any questions?
What else are you going to start doing?
People just film me. Don't ask me nothing. Just take a picture. It'd be nice if they'd ask questions. I'm a, what do you call it, a tourist attraction? That's what they're doing in Austin, y'all. Let's do this. Let's turn this one a little bit towards the top. Woo! the Velcro where I want, I won't be able to take this down anymore. Isn't horrible. I can still do that. Alright, that's what I'm going to do. 'Cause I don't want it too low either. Y'all in Clearwater have gotten me into these signs. It's all your fault. I don't think it's poking me. Oh, I need a break. Alright. There we go.
Scientology.
Hey, Miss Roddy. See, people are seeing it. So let's see what it looks like. Alright. Sorry, guys. Uh-oh, something in the way of my camera. I have to figure that out. So I've got... Oh, sorry. Oh, I keep hitting. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. I need a rag. Holy crap. Alright, you know what? Since I don't know, I haven't figured this thing out yet, I'm just going to leave it this direction. We'll watch people come up behind me, maybe. So what is in the way? Alright. I need to figure out... Alright, I got it. Look away. I have to turn things. Let's see if that's better. Okay, that's better. I have to tighten some things.
Thank you for what you're doing.
Oh, you're welcome. No problem.
I know they do it right next to UT.
That's where I usually am. This is the first time I've done this. Do you mind being on camera?
I don't mind.
All right.
I do.
We're live.
Palestine.
You do what?
Stuff for Palestine.
Yeah. I don't do politics. I don't do religion. This is strictly what brought me here was the abuses that go on. I'm trying to get the authorities to look at it. It's worse than the Catholic Church.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, I know they have the one right across from UT.
Yeah, they opened that on last February before last, and I started that day.
Yeah?
Yeah, and
Good for you.
I used to go 3 times a week. I'm only able to go 2 now. But I realized they were out of class. It was kind of dead, and I thought, well, my schedule, I work nights a couple nights a week. I said, it'd be nice if I could protest at 1 o'clock in the morning. And then I remembered 6th Street.
Good idea.
Yeah.
I like your
We got
sign.
people in Vegas on the Strip doing it. We have 200 channels all working for the same goal.
200? Damn.
Ex-members, people like me have popped up all over the world at boards to show how dead they are and how it's not, you know, if you look, the crimes are listed on this side and it's all true. The problem is they see their children as big beings in small bodies because they live life after life.
Yeah.
And so child SA, it won't get you kicked out of Scientology, but reporting them to the authorities will. It's a high crime to report another Scientologist to the authorities.
High crime?
Yep. You get in trouble. But it's okay to assault children.
A lot of...
That's what brought me here.
A lot of shit like that.
Yeah, but you know, you had some priests in the Catholic Church doing, their whole doctrine is abusive to everyone in the church.
Yeah.
It's very isolating. They have the thing called the Sea Org. It's the lowest level. They get housed and fed, but if they don't make money, they get beans and rice. They don't get deodorant. They have to pay for their own toilet paper, and they can't leave.
Even at this one? Damn.
Well, if they have Sea Org.
Yeah.
There's Sea Org and there's staff, which is mostly what you see.
Yeah, well, I haven't done the personality test, but I got one of the pamphlets just this week.
When you're done, they will say, oh, well, you're messed up, you need this.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do it, just don't give them your real information.
No, yeah.
Yeah, because they will hound you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But I got brought into this a year and a half ago by an ex-Scientologist that popped into my YouTube feed. And now when I found out they were opening down here, I was like, they bought that building on purpose years ago.
Yeah.
Just because, and they did it in Chicago too, across from the university.
Chicago.
Yeah,
Wow.
they opened one there too.
Wow.
About the month after they opened the one here. So I'm just here to educate people and trying to get. I'm going to be doing in front of the courthouse, trying to get. They have church status, tax exempt status, so they don't want to touch them.
Yeah.
But we're trying to get the word out how abusive it is to the members and the elderly. They don't get medical care, especially. And when you get too old to work, they just put you in a house with a bunch of other elderly until you die, and they take all these credit cards out of your name.
Yeah.
And they know when you die, they keep the money. Well,
my grandpa was a part of a masonry shit, and it's very similar.
Well, I only know if people bring up other stuff. I had people, Scientologists, come at me.
Yeah.
Why don't you protest everyone else? I'm like, because I only have time for one thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I picked this.
That's good.
Everybody,
Fight your fight.
Yeah, exactly. Are you on? Why is this still turned? Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
You guys, I thought it was turned around. I'm not good at this. I have a small channel.
No, you're good.
But,
I just got the ability to go live the other day, and
Yeah, that happened to me.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. It's worth it because what I found, I was like, we used to joke before I had a channel that, I'm 56 years old, I'm a grandma.
Yeah.
Who's going to watch me? What I found out on YouTube is there's an audience for everybody.
Everybody.
You will find them. They will find you. So go ahead and try.
Yeah.
If you sub to my, do you have a channel?
I have one. I do shit for like Palestine and ICE and some other stuff.
Tell us your channel.
It's gadfly_archive.
What was the first word?
Gadfly.
Gadfly.
Yeah. GADFLY.
_
Archive.
Archive. All right, because I like to promote everything.
Yeah.
No matter what you're doing.
I'm about to move to DC.
Oh, that's a good place.
So I'm really trying to up my shit. There's a protest tomorrow at the northwest side of the Congress Bridge, and they're doing a banner drop.
We're somebody in LA, because we have a lot of YouTubers in LA, but their biggest bases is LA and Clearwater, Florida.
California is a good place.
Yeah, so they're trying to schedule a big protest too, like that.
Yeah.
For this. So yeah, we have a lot of ex-members that have channels.
Doing it in front of the Capitol.
Yeah.
Because
we need our Congress people to notice.
Yeah.
They literally gave money to Pam Bondi's campaign in Florida, showing Trump, because they have all these rich donors, and it's so hard to get them to listen because, like I said, they don't think hurting kids is a big deal. Did you see the Danny Masterson trial about a year or so ago? Well, they broke the rules and told the authorities, and you know how he got convicted? People say it was on their testimony. No, after the first mistrial, they allowed more Scientology. In the second, and in their discovery, they got his file where he admitted that he was drugging and attacking women, but he didn't think it was wrong.
Yeah.
Because that's what they teach.
That's Scientology.
Yep. That you can pretty much do whatever you want to each other.
Also, support Gaza. Make sure Palestine is okay. They were going to plan a ceasefire soon.
I honestly haven't been following it a lot lately.
So they were just about, it happened today. They were about to do another ceasefire, a 60-day ceasefire, which is even longer than the last one.
Hey Susan! I saw her yesterday. Was that last night? That was fun. Yeah, that's it. Scooter Mom got it.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks.
It's on TikTok and Instagram.
TikTok and Instagram.
I post more on my story, but soon when I move to DC, I'm gonna.
Do you have enough subs to go live? You need 50?
Yeah, I definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
I didn't until the day before the grand opening. They had this big to-do and the leader was there.
Yeah.
Man, so many people showed up that day.
Yeah. It depends on the day. That's why we
should check out my channel. I should write it on here somewhere.
I'll put it.
It's Miss Kim SP I'm only on YouTube.
Put it in my notes.
Okay.
I'll remember. But they were gonna do a 60-day ceasefire if Hamas gave them the hostages back to the Israeli government, and the Israeli government approved what the United States wanted to do, but Hamas was like, no, we want an end to the war. We don't want a ceasefire. Because a ceasefire would just mean 60 days of just no...
So how are they going to do an end to the war? How are they going to work that?
That's what we're still trying to figure out.
Yeah. It's so complicated.
Last time there was a ceasefire, they did not follow through.
Yeah. There's just so many moving parts, it's hard to get them all working together.
I know, I don't have a YouTube channel.
She said that earlier.
Yeah.
She's my mod. She got you put on there. So. All right. Well, it's nice talking to you.
Yes, you too.
All right.
Miss Kim, right?
Yep.
You put it in my notes?
Yep.
I will see you there.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, I don't do politics like that, so I just let them talk. Because there might be somebody in here that's interested in that, and that's fine. Hey, Susan. You were the one I saw in the storm. I don't even know his channel name. I'm sub, and he popped up and a couple yesterday or the day before. So it's funny. We're on this completely different channel for storm. A guy that follows storms because it was getting bad. And Susan was in the chat with me. I was like, man, small world, YouTube. I need to. No, I don't. So I did bring my reading glasses. Is this too short? Because I kind of like it. I don't have it up as far as I could have it. So I got a brand new tripod because I lost my other one. I don't know where it went. And it's a little bit crooked. Let me see if I can fix that. There we go. So, yeah, you have to understand Austin, Texas, is conservative. Austin is like its own country in the middle of Texas. It is not regular Texas. It's young people, a lot of people from California. There's a big tech industry here. So you get all kinds of different, but people. So like I said, there might be somebody that was in the chat that might want to go see what he's doing. I'm not actually following it. I don't know how many times they said there's going to be a ceasefire. I'll believe it when it happens. But, all right, let me make sure I'm not frozen. Because I know sometimes my chat just gets slow. And that's okay. There we go. All right, I'm not frozen. Oh, I'm so glad I brought my cooler, though. Oh, I don't have a rag to wipe off with. So, I don't have my inhaler. I still have the same inhaler I got last year, a year ago. And I went in to refill it, and it was expired. Well, I have an appointment on the 4th, and I'm going to get new ones. But, so, I was going to work, and I have to go outside. Thanks, Blink. So I took it off my protest backpack to put in my work bag, and I did, and I never saw it again. I don't know if it fell out in the car. We haven't done a major search for it. And I had more than one, and I don't remember where I put my spares. And then I see 73% humidity. So if I have to stop talking, that's why. It only bothers me when I talk too much, which I never do, so it's rare. So I have the crimes of Scientology pointed at the cops. Let me show you. On purpose. There, we can watch. Let's people watch for a little while. There's some pretty people out here. So, does anybody have questions about where I'm at? About 6th Street and all that? So, if you don't know, Austin is considered the music capital of the world. Nashville's the country music capital. This is where indie bands and newcomers come to, what's that word? Pay their dues. Something about chops, something when you're new. Because literally there's like 100 something bars on this street. They're all small. And they all have live music. I'll show you a little bit closer so you can see what I'm talking about. Alright. Let's see if I can turn it. Well, let me turn it this way. Which one's close up? Oh, that one. Alright, you can see behind me here.
What's this?
I'm protesting Scientology opened an org here right across from the University of Texas. Right
You're against it. Oh, thank God.
I don't think people really aren't.
It is a
I know that's the problem. That's why we're doing this. We have people don't even realize that. I've never heard of that before. We have like 200 channels all working together doing the same thing. We have ex-members who started it. Then about a year and a half ago, they started in LA, just standing outside and filming. And they don't like people. When I show up over on Guadalupe, they close the doors and blind.
Yeah, that's what they do in LA. I've seen the video on TikTok.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, the TikTokers showed up, and then that was like November before last. And then they opened this one again. They were remodeling in February. And so I was like, you know what? I drive 75 miles to get this. And I was like, I'm a grandmother, and I did not want to see them get their claws. I walked up on them, talking to the young people, having them bamboozled, trying to get them inside, and I'm like, no.
How do they even get them inside though? Because I feel like
They don't talk about being a church. They have this personality test they want to give you. There's a sign outside. You go in and take a personality test and say, oh, your life is crap. You need this book. You need this book. They don't have a belief system. It's all personal.
it's literally
Tom Cruise
crazy.
is like my favorite actor.
What the problem is, it is so much worse than like what the Catholics did. That was just a child. This is elder abuse, member abuse, human trafficking. They get people from third world countries, the non-English speaking, and they take their passports. And you can't. The reason it's a call is Eeyore. You sign up for Eeyore, it's a life. You get married, but they might send your spouse off to something.
Let me ask you, what is your kind of thoughts on, do you have a religion? Or?
Yeah, I'm Christian, but that's not really what brought me here. It's all because they believe, because they live multiple lives, they call them, they think what we would call spirit. It's called a body weight. When they die, they go pick up a new baby body. So there's so much child abuse. They look at their children as big things with small bodies. And you can assault a child and it won't get kicked out. You go to the authorities to report someone, then they'll pick you up. It's a high crime. Take any Scientologist, they're going to put you on board. So when they go into business together with another Scientologist, they screw over people on land. That's how bad it is. It's so much worse.
I'm gonna do my research.
Yeah, and if they get pregnant, they get busted.
I heard they put them in jail, huh?
Yeah, if they think they're going to blow, whatever they call it, speed freeze, they'll put you in a 200 car. They have people escape from the car. This is one of their basic. They ran people off the road. They put them up at bus stations. Brought them back. And so now we have 2 foundations that will help them escape. This was the sign I had for over there. How many churches do you know that have 2 foundations to help them escape and get a house, a job? And most of them were put in the York.
My peeps. Oh, my hubby's on. He's at work. Awesome. Yeah. This is what I'm here for.
Because I hate Scientology.
I'm glad.
Like, they're literally a cult, and I'm so glad somebody's out here.
They cannot fight social media. They live in the shadow.
Bro, I have to show them those videos when they're like walking up to people when they're trying to trap them, and they would like close the doors, like everything, and I swear to God, like it's literally a cult.
You can look at me just to
so
laugh.
many celebrities are a part of Scientology. So many.
Why?
I don't know why. I mean,
Yeah, what do you have to hide? Why are you closing your blinds? I'm just standing there with a camera.
he just has the camera.
And this is going on worldwide. If you look up Scientology, you'll see all of our kids. They're all small like me. I'm under 1,500, but I don't care. I don't do this for what normal people do this for. I don't care if I make money.
I got this.
Or I keep trying this for a long
Is he a
time.
Scientologist?
No, we're all anti-Scientology.
Have you seen Mission Impossible?
Yes.
Rogue Nation? That's
Do
like
you
the best
know
movie ever.
how much he's worth $300 million if he still uses the Sea Org, which is their slave labor, on his property?
Yeah,
See?
yeah, I watched
And
it.
he still
You
supports
watch
them.
the, you heard of Patrick CC? Look it up. Look up Patrick CC.
Patrick
Tom
CC.
Cruise.
Look up Patrick CC. What is
And then
it?
Tom Cruise. It's a whole like little 30-minute doc on it.
Oh, you should go to Church of Scientology. She does, I don't even know if it's here. She does this AI and had Tom Cruise talk about his leaving Scientology and how bad it was. It was awesome. And they did John Travolta there.
You know what? Well, you opened my eyes to a lot. And, I really appreciate it.
Growing up in Scientology is who I found I like the way he delivers. His channel, Growing Up in Scientology.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
Yeah, and that's who got me into this. If you just, there's so many of us now. I'm about to start a website for people that are good list. We're all over the world. Australia, Denmark, England, Paris, Canada. I got people on here from Canada watching. I have people that watch from Ireland and Scotland and all that
We're
stuff.
locked in. We don't support Scientology.
We're just trying to get out of our bubble and to the authorities to get somebody to investigate it.
They're probably a part of it.
Yeah, that's the problem. They have a lot of people in government. Thank you guys for stopping. Awesome! Well, it's an easy name to remember. Growing Up in Scientology. I know it's long, but you can kind of remember that. And he delivers really good. And he talks about other channels sometimes, you know. Alright, what have I been missing? I just totally ignore you guys. They're just parked there for problems. They've been here since I set up by them on purpose. Because it's quiet right here. Oh! High school graduate. Cool. Alright, we left. Yeah, they're here for problems. So, they're just posted up right here, waiting to go do something. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars sitting here. They don't... Why, people? Why? Right in front of the cops, too. They don't care. So, my husband patrols downtown Waco when he's on duty. Security, not cop. And he was at a light right next to a cop. And this guy flew by doing like probably 80 to 100 miles an hour in downtown where it's 30. And Tom looked at the cop like, you gonna do something? And the cop just went. He didn't care. I was like, okay. That's the problem now. They've demonized cops so much they don't want to do anything. I don't want to touch nobody. Let me turn this a little bit. So anyway, I was trying to show you guys. So literally it's bar, 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 and they're small. Some of them. And packed, and all have different live music playing. Now, have you ever heard of South by Southwest in March? So they have this big festival, and you sign up to go to certain venues and see certain bands because there's so many. And then not just 6th Street. They have music venues all over Austin. I've wanted to come down here for years and haven't. I went through the list one time and found a few indie bands I really like. So I at least had one good conversation. I'm glad. She's going to show him more. She was already on board. He's a little more on board. And you know, they're young.
So they'll find the younger people that are doing it, and I say that to people all the time. If they're younger, I'm like, look, go on YouTube, find these other channels. I need to make a list of channels that they can take a picture of like I used to have. I'm still making signs. So let's see what else I made, right? Oh. Okay. The rest of my signs are all small, like that one. Now I did make this one, but Tom said it was too busy. So I'm not using it. It just says child abuse is okay in Scientology. Reporting it will get you kicked out. So on a blank piece. So that's what I have now. I have like 4 or 5 more sheets to make. Oh, goodness. Let's people watch a little bit. Hold on. People watching is way more fun. Oh, you know what? Let me move back a little bit. That'll be fun. Hopefully, new people dropping by will see this and wonder what the heck I'm doing. So, I think this might be my new Friday night thing. If you guys like it and you think it's worth me coming, it's pretty much the same for parking. It's the same. It took me a little longer to get here because they do construction later and everybody coming down here. And I can find different places, to set up. Oh, has started. Okay, let me read this out loud. Lisa McPherson Memorial Planning Committee has started. We are going to make the official announcement after Father's Day. Not to step on protests in LA, but mark your calendars December 5th, 30 years. Wow, that is awesome. Thanks, Chat Mama. Thank you so much. I'm sure it's way more interesting than me sitting on my chase and talking. It was fun. I got to stop. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'll post it. I couldn't eat any. I was going to get an appetizer. I got a salad. I wish I would have asked him how big that salad was. I hate wasting food. Next time I'll know to ask for half a salad. I like that spot. I like where I was parked, I'm a creature of habit. So I like the parking garage. I like where it's at. It wasn't that much of a walk to get here. Pretty decent restaurants around there. So I can make my pit stop. I was like, man, I gotta go tinkle. Where the heck am I gonna stop? I'm not stopping in one of these bars. Not gonna happen. Not with my big old wagon. So I found if you look earlier, I had a short live stream where I was walking to the restaurant. And I almost sat outside. That's how nice out it is. It's just so humid, it's making me drip. Right now there's a little breeze, which is nice. And probably, the street's been baking all day. So standing here on the street is probably hot too. It's okay. This is way more fun than the org. But I can only do this on Friday night. But it still seems like a pretty decent idea. It's fun. I like the people watch. See, because we're gonna get a lot of tourists too that might want to stop. I'm trying to keep them off the camera. They don't want to be on camera. So if they get, so I'm curious. I feel like asking those guys what made them decide to close. I'm gonna go ask. Give me just a second. So I asked them, I said, you know, why did they decide to close 6th Street or open 6th Street to traffic? He said that they all said it was above their pay grade. And I said, I don't think it's a good idea. And he was like, we don't either. It's unsafe. Because you've got all, by 1 in the morning, all these people are going to be sloshed and walking and crossing and jaywalking, and somebody's going to get hit. You see all these people. I mean, look at this. And I'm not, there's still many, many other blocks. You know, I'm trying to turn slow. I like this block, and I like being next to the police because I won't have to worry about somebody like coming at me. Tom gave me his industrial size pepper spray, guys. It's huge. I need to put it where I can get to it. Whoa, guys. Wow. I brought my chair, but I don't want to get it out. I need to put up a different sign. I have honk to end sign. Hi. Sure.
Honk to end Scientology.
How to?
Give me the microphone.
That's right, they can hear you.
Give me the microphone sharp because I'm... Oh wait, I won't do that. Scientology is the devil disguised. It's the worst thing ever because it allows you to make horrible decisions for yourself or your family.
That's why I'm here.
The religion, whether you're Catholic, whether you're Muslim, whatever you are, faith. This is faith right here. Faith.
Yeah, they don't have a faith-based system.
Faith. And I'll tell you something. If you don't think God is walking with you when you go through trauma, you're crazy. All right, love you. Be real. Be safe.
All right.
Don't believe in Scientology.
Right on. Awesome. Awesome. I'm gonna get some interesting folks. I'm gonna, let them go for a little while. If they stay a little too long, Hi.
Sorry, you didn't mean to start you.
No. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, just curious because I've seen Scientology over on Guadalupe.
That's where I'm usually at.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen you outside there, I believe.
Yep.
And I guess the question is, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, what, I've heard their aspect. He didn't even ask questions.
Right.
He
Well,
said,
I'll be honest with you. You know what they love bomb you and give you all this good stuff when they first meet you, but it's a money making scheme and they don't have a faith. Okay, it's all about tech. If you don't have $150,000 to give them to go to bridge, then they're going to sign you up for their slave labor code called the Sea Org. You sign a billion-year contract and you have to work for them until you die. And then you can get married, but if you get pregnant, they'll bust you to the clinic to get rid of it because it will distract you from the work you need to do. And those kids are usually put in by their families at like 14, 15, and they take them out of school. And they can't leave. That's what makes it called not a religion, because if they try to leave, they will put them in I've heard this out of the mouths of ex-members. This is happening. And that's what brought me here was the child abuse, because they look at their kids as big beings in small bodies because they live multiple lives. So they're like, this guy actually told his daughter who got out, well, you're not really my daughter and I'm not really your dad. You can put an 8-year-old man in your house. So assaulting children is covered up and okay, but if you take them to the Scientology with the authorities, then you're in trouble. Or punished.
The funny thing is, when we had spoken to the young lady we spoken to at the Scientology, her father got into this. What are the odds of that?
Well,
her
so
father was the one who got
honestly,
into that. Her father got into that.
most of who you see now is second and third generation because they're not really getting new people now that we have social media. So I have this other sign.
What I mean by it is that
I have this sign over there. How many churches do you know that have 2 foundations that will help you escape? Escape, get a life, get an apartment, get a car.
They have foundations that help.
SCTV Foundation and the Aftermath Foundation. They were made by ex-members. And they are helping people get out. And a lot of them want to leave, but, oh gosh, did you get that from me? Hold on. Anyway, because they're taken out of school, a lot of times they need a GED, a job, and they help them with all of that to get them a new life. But the problem is, there's a lot of people that really want to leave, but if you do, it's a family destroying cause. You have to disconnect from everyone you know in Scientology, family. If you're married to a Scientologist, and they don't want to leave, you have to get a divorce.
I didn't first find out about
An ex-member channel popped into my feed about 2 years ago. And at the time I was bedridden, so I had a lot of time. And I did a deep dive. Then they fixed my back, and literally the month they healed, they opened in February before last, and I started doing this. I'm a grandma. I don't protest, or I'm not an activist. When I heard about the child abuse, that was the biggest thing. And knowing that the rich, I have grandkids. Yeah, my kids are in their 30s. Yeah, and I have walked up before of them talking to like a freshman newly from home. You know, don't have a lot of friends. That's who they're looking for to lure them in. They were giving them the spiel, and I started giving them the truth. And they were like, so.
I mean, it's good to definitely get some light from the situation. It's very nice talking to you.
Oh, you too. Thank you for stopping. All right.
I'm sorry, I'm hungry. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I am too.
Yeah, no, okay. All right.
All right. You guys have a good evening.
Thank you for the.
All right. Awesome. I found my handout. So what I'm gonna do? Hey, Rodolfo. We're not here. We don't care about the police. Actually, I set up here on purpose because I've been attacked by homeless people a couple times. Hey, Eric. Good to see you from Culver City. Far, far away. I'm gonna write my channel on the back of these and give them out. Yep, I'm on 6th Street tonight. And I've had a couple people already stop and talk to me, which I didn't know if they would. You know, everybody's in a party mood. Who wants to stop and talk to me? But they have. They were a little inebriated. Maybe that's what made them want to stop. But it worked out really well. I'm getting the word out. So, yeah, I think I might start doing this on Friday night. Because my schedule, I work nights. And it was funny, I was talking to Chat Mom and some other people, and I said, it'd be nice if I could protest at 1 in the morning. And I was like, I can. Actually, my goal is 11, it was 11 to 1, but I started late. I'll stay as long as there's people. I got up at 5 o'clock, so I'm awake. Anyway, this is a printout I got from Pup Groomer that has a list of all their crimes. And I'm writing upside down, I just realized. Pretty much the same as my sign. I put crimes and lawsuits ongoing. How's everybody doing? Oh, you were? You were just down here? I haven't been down here in like 20 years. On my anniversary in August, and we didn't even go in any. It was closed down back then to vehicle traffic, and we just walked up and down. And I was in high heels, y'all. And we parked very far away, so we did one of those bicycle cabs, pedal cab, back to the car, and we had a nice hotel. We went to a nice dinner. My favorite place to have dinner down here now is Eddie V's. It's expensive. We've only done it twice. With tip, it was about $200. But go to the one in the Arboretum on 183. The one downtown was very disappointing. For what we paid, we were very upset. We've only done it a couple times. We splurged. Oh, really? Really? That's cool. Yeah, I was explaining to newcomers that this is the music capital of the world, especially for small indie bands that are trying to make it and get noticed. Do they play different places, or do they have one place they like to go to? Put it out there. If somebody's watching that comes down here, I'm good with it. People supported me when I started, so I don't mind. Yeah, all I care, like that guy, he probably doesn't know the details, but he's like, Scientology is evil, and I'm like, that's good enough for me. As long as people know at least that, I'm good. Alrighty. I might have to have you go for me, because I can't leave. Hi! Got any questions?
No.
Alright. I guess I can put these reading glasses away. I don't need them. I didn't bring... I brought 3 bottles of water. That better be enough. And I'm going to go as long as my battery does. Because I went live a little bit earlier, I didn't start at 100%. So how you doing from this, I know? Where are you located? You said you were just down here. Are you in Texas? I know I've talked to you before in chat. I've seen you in chat. I'm writing my channel on the back of these flyers.
Excuse me.
Yes.
What you got going on?
I am protesting Scientology.
I hate Scientology.
They opened up across from the university, but
Here?
yes, I've been.
Serious?
Yeah, February before last, I started protesting the week before they opened, and I've been going down there 3 times a week for a year now.
What can we do to end Scientology?
the lowest level can't leave. They sign a lifetime contract.
They can't.
No, they will. If they take them in a leave, they'll put them in a room at the bar. They sign a contract for a million years. And assaulting children is not a problem because they believe their children are big beings with small bodies. That's the problem here with child abuse. So you can't get kicked out for assaulting a child, but if you go to the authorities and report it, then you will. It's a high crime in Scientology to report another Scientology.
So the only way to escape is to get kicked out.
Well, no, we've had people escape from the car, and we had them run off the road, and we pick them up and bus them. We have people who have escaped. We have 2 foundation labs. How many churches do you know that? 2 foundation labs. They apply a good job. Usually, if we need to say, one in New York, it's like 4 years old.
I had no idea that there was a local Scientology.
I know. People walk by the go. I didn't even know this was here. They bought the building. The leader that died. He bought it 55 years ago. And then months after this one, then they opened in Chicago. Right by there.
Is it like on purpose? You think they're trying to be on schools?
They call it body rounding. They go out and try to go in and they want to get known people. Can you guys come over here? I don't think they can hear us. I walked up on them where they were talking to somebody outside, a freshman, new from home, giving them a spiel, and I said, what do you think they're doing? He's like, oh, they want to be part of the community and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. I'm like, if you don't have $150,000 to give them to take all their courses, then they're going to sign you up as their slave labor. And if you're in Sea Org, you can get married, but they might send your spouse off for 5 years. They don't care. And if you get pregnant, they bust you through their course. Because having a child will distract you from the work. It's bad. It's worse than what happened in my guys, come here. Everybody, there's doctrine outside of abuse. You know, in most churches, the doctrine is, you know, love your neighbor and all that kind of stuff. If you're kind in Scientology, there's a derogatory term for it.
Really? Just by being nice?
Yeah.
So what are they trying to accomplish?
Make money.
That's it?
Yep. It's all about making money. They have stats they have to get up, and if they don't get to make money, when I'm out there, the staff is supposed to get $200 a week, and they work 110 hours a week. They don't get paid. And if they have any CRG, I think we got a couple, they house them and feed them, and they're supposed to get $50 a week for necessities. But if they don't make money, because money only goes up, it never comes down. They had in Africa, their board had a $50,000 electric bill that they hadn't been paid because they didn't make any money. So, and in Times Square, they're not allowed to use the elevator because they can't afford it, the electricity. They're not getting people in. So, what was I getting at? I forget what it was about the slave labor. And you have to work for them the rest of your life. And if you get pregnant, you want to keep it, and you see Org in your public, you get treated like you're on the bottom of the food. And there's a couple, and I've learned all this from people who have left and escaped and are on YouTube.
I hate that it's both smart.
I know.
That's
And we have people doing what I'm doing all over the world now.
Yeah.
It started about...
I've seen it like all over TikTok.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's who, they were in LA first, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go down there. I had no idea how long I'd be doing it, and I'm still here 14 months later. Because we've got to get the word out to these authorities. Because it's not just the kids, it's not just the Sea Org. Then you have the elderly. If you get too old to work, there's no medical care. They're afraid of doctors. They hate psychiatry. And
the psychiatry would just break the mind control, right?
Yeah, well, the leader that created it in 1950 had tried to get help after World War II. He had been in the Navy and he had problems, and they didn't help him, so he was angry at psychiatry. So, and what they have, they call it auditing. It's like a cross between a confession and interrogation. And you have to do, that's like the biggest thing they do in Scientology.
And it's actually based on therapy. We based it on therapy. They have a museum in LA called Industry of Death Psychiatry. Literally you can walk into. Now I do agree at that time, 1950, psychiatry was scary.
Yeah.
You know, the asylums were scary.
Where's the Scientology place at?
It's Guadalupe and 22nd. It's literally right across from the university. So
How
you
far
can't
from
miss
here
it.
would
It's a
you
very pretty, nice building.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Well,
If you want, here's my channel. You can take a picture of it. You don't want to take that. This is if you look at the crimes I've got there. And you know, you've already found some young people that you like, and that I tell people go find somebody you like. We have a lot. We have about 200 channels if you include people like me, the protesters. Then you have the ex-members who've all started channels, and then you have like other channels that will help us out. That do us like crime and stuff. We have those, including them. We have. I've never. I want to get the story out. Have you ever heard of 200 channels all doing the exact same thing and working together? We use each other's footage. We collaborate, and they have big groups in like Clearwater to do what I'm doing. I'm in the middle of Texas, and we don't have a very big group, which is fine. I got my peeps here. I have people from other countries that watch that come in. I'm glad. And what's been great, they can't fight social media. So people like you, there's 80% that I meet at least know Scientology back. But it's that 20% that doesn't know anything that I worry about. So the biggest thing is we're trying to keep people from going in, and we're trying to get the authorities to pay attention.
Thanks for talking.
All right, really appreciate it.
Yeah, no,
Appreciate it.
knowledge is power.
All right, yeah, it is. Yeah, that's a good one. Knowledge is power. Woo! Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Because you probably can't use magnets. I'll send you the link to this Velcro because holy crap! Except I think you got it on the other Temu, AliExpress. I don't know. Who are undercover boss? Oh! Oh, I'll go check it out. That's cool. Oh, no. Go away. That's cool. You definitely could. That's okay. She double dipping. Oh, did we have somebody? Thank you, Chat Mama. Friday night in the bar district. Yep. Sure. Right. So I got quite a few of these with my name on it. I'm gonna quit now. I just put my channel, and so Scientology accused of to there, and then signs that it's a cult. The leader is infallible. Deceptive recruitment tactics, exclusivity and faith, intimidation, fear and isolation, illegal activities, religious dogma, secrets within, zero tolerance for criticism, unreasonable fears about the outside world, exit cost or restrictions. I hadn't actually read all that before. I'm gonna need my chair. I know. That's the only thing, I used to do Saturday night, and I think less people do Saturday night than Friday. But is Eric in Vegas tonight? My hands are sticky. Let's people watch some more. Can you guys hear all the music all at once like I can? Because I never know if the noise canceling is working. I don't know why I'm carrying my other phone. bottles in his mouth. Okay, good. Thanks. Because it's a cacophony out here. I hope I said that word right. I've read that a lot. Never actually said the word. Yeah, I really need a better sign on this side. Because it's honked in Scientology. And I don't want to make people honk down here and add to the noise. Cops wouldn't like it. So there's the pedicabs over there. I've seen them. They're all decorated now with LED lights. 20 years ago, they didn't have that. They're just parked there, I think. Oh. Oh, okay. So you have family down here too. More family. Sorry for your loss. Oh, Oklahoma! I remember now. Beep, beep. That's funny. Somebody's gonna find my sign laying on the ground. That lady was really nice. She's like, you dropped your sign back there and your magnet. I'm like, I ain't going back 3 blocks. No, I ain't doing that. Those magnets we get that are like super duper, like, we get them from Harbor Freight and they're cheap. Yeah. The only time we go back home now is for funerals too. Haven't had one in a while, thank goodness. Tom's aunts and uncles and parents were kind of older. She was 40 when she had him, so his parents are gone and so are mine. Mine were gone by the time I was 30. I'm older than either one of them at 56. Don't smoke. You know, I used to be like, oh, you know, I've never smoked, I eat healthy, I'm good. Then I remembered one day when they really started talking about the secondhand smoke that I was locked in a house in a car with two pack a day smokers. I'm like, oh, yeah. So pretty much I was smoking for 17 years. I'm pretty good so far. My asthma is very mild. I've never even had to go to the doctor or the ER or anything for it. It's a little bit hard to breathe right now, but I'm good. Just because I'm talking a lot. Oh, there's a food mart over here. I didn't see that before. And souvenirs. Oh, we got people dancing. Can't see it. Right there. Right there. They're having fun. And when I was this age, I didn't go to bars. We just had parties at home. Oh, I'm reading your comment. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, my son had a girlfriend from Houston, and he moved down there for a little while. Actually, south of Houston, some little town. But I've been down there a few times. I took my Girl Scouts to NASA and the boardwalk. Hi.
Scientology is absolutely
Yep.
it bastardize Isaac Hayes or bastardize anyone.
Oh, I know, right? There's the cowboy boots. I saw a couple cowboy hats earlier, but not a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of tourists that come down here. Doing okay? You alright? It's hot. lot of people stop. This has been successful. And I've been on here an hour and a half. I said I'll go till my battery runs out. I got nowhere to be. You guys don't have to stay that long. But I appreciate it. I went vertical hoping, you know, this is interesting and might get some people to stop, you know. I have a couple older people leaning on the tree and stuff over here. They're tired. I was about to get the chair out for him. He looked rough. Ooh, even when I was skinny, I never wore clothes like that. Never wore a bikini. I was very self-conscious as a teenager. Woo. Let's see. We know what that's like. No, I know. Oh, from this I know? Me too. I get what you mean. Because I was gone for 2 months. I started that new job and oh my gosh, and just everything that could go wrong did. Vehicles, weather. And now I'm just now getting back too. Yeah, I feel you. I felt super stressed out not getting down here, you know. And then I finally made it down here last Friday after 2 months. And then this, so yeah. That's good. Having something outside of yourself like this has been an interesting adventure. That's not really the word I want. It's been super helpful for me. I get a lot out of it. Oh, I know. I saw. Holy crap. I checked the weather and I was like, thank goodness it's not raining tonight. We're getting another one coming up from Mexico. I followed this storm guy. And he does all weather, not just Texas. And it was funny. I saw Susan, who's in our chat. Susan P. I think P. In the chat, because I said something. I was talking because they had that hail yesterday, but it was north of Austin, but not quite north. So the storm last night hit Tom in Waco, hit everybody south of me, and I watched it on the Doppler. Let me turn around. It literally where I was at. So it was red, and there was a little rain in the middle, and that middle part went right over me. Literally just a few miles wide. Probably 15 miles. And so Tom's calling me, is it storming? I'm like, nope. It rained a little. It was so, because I tell him that, I go, you're an hour north. Austin's an hour and a half south of me. Weather can be completely different that far. Because the last hailstorm a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we didn't find any major damage on the truck, thank goodness. Oh, I know, for sure. Sounds like you followed that. I know. You know, I don't know if you heard, but they were actually going to total our truck. They totaled the camper, but they had already authorized us the rental car and to drop it off at the collision center, and this was a week later. And Tom's like, they've already started working on it. So she called back. She's like, because it was going to be more than what they considered our car worth by like $1,000. So I'm just happy they fixed it. I love my truck. It's 13 years old now and still looks pretty. The camper getting totaled was a blessing in disguise because we wanted to trade it in on a Class C anyway. So we're gonna take a little bit of a gap because we've got to get our house ready to rent. We want to move full time into the camper, even if we're still working and still here. The spaceship, yeah, my rental car, I know. Oh, so it was self-driving, and so I would set it, and if a car got in front of me, it'd slow down, and then it'd speed up. 2 times in my truck, I was waiting for it to stop for like a split second. Then I was getting real close to this car, back of this car. I was like, oh crap, because I had it for almost a month, and I got spoiled. I was like, holy crap. That happened twice. Paid for vehicles are the best vehicles. Yeah, we keep them running. His other vehicle, we put everything. It's going in for a water pump. It has a coolant leak next week. And after that, literally everything, except one thing that I won't say, it helps you drive. You know, and park and stuff. If I say it out loud, it's going to break. Everything under the hood has been replaced. We got a good deal. We got the engine, just the engine itself on eBay for $500. But after shipping and taxes, it was $1,000 for the engine. But then you had to pay all labor is what killed you. Luckily, we had a really good friend who was home on leave from a contract job where he repaired helicopters in Saudi Arabia. And he did it for us at half the labor cost that a mechanic would charge. So that was nice. And then my truck has had some work done. Well, so you guys probably know because you follow me. So they just fixed it. That was March, right? May of last year they had to fix it. Not from the hail, but right after the hail damage, he ran into a semi-truck tire on the road. And do you know they made that an at-fault accident? When he had traffic on both sides of him and there was nowhere to go. Oh, my back. I should have grabbed my back brace from the car, y'all. I may have to get the chair out. But yeah, we had an 86 Suburban that he kept running, working on it all the time for like a year and a half. And then this lady pulled out in front of him and he didn't know it caused a leak in the radiator, and he went to work that night and blew the engine. Yeah, we didn't want to. Hey!
Why is Scientology a cult?
Because they're lower level members called the Fjord. They will not let leave. They have to sign a contract to work for them the rest of their lives. If they try to leave, they'll put them in a room under guard. We've had people.
They have Scientology here?
Yeah, over by the university. That's what I'm usually at.
Oh, really?
On my before class, trying to learn the young kids.
They have one in Miami? I don't think so.
We have a lot of.
We're in Miami and Scientology doesn't.
Now, Clearwater, Florida, they're big.
Yeah.
Big.
The thing is, I used to be into Dianetics.
Yeah.
And then I got into it, and then when I realized all the Scientology shit,
Do you mind being on camera? Oh no, you're not. You're not right now.
Okay.
No, you don't have to.
But no, I actually like Dianetics. I like
we just got done reading it on my channel. We would read a little every Sunday.
Dianetics is interesting.
And I said, if he would have kept it the basics,
just Dianetics,
and not gone weird with a lot of it,
it became a religion, right?
Well, it was a lot like therapy.
Yeah.
You know, and he could have actually helped people, but all he wanted was the money.
Yeah.
He actually told somebody when he opened the first Dianetics Center.
Yeah.
He said, "All right, people, let's sell them a piece of blue sky."
Wow.
It was all about the money, and the new leader is too. That's the problem.
Who's the new leader?
David Miscavige.
David Miscavige, yeah.
And you know, he wasn't supposed to
Tom Cruise and all
they're
that.
best friends.
Yeah. You know about Scientology?
Here, read this side.
Yo, so
Read this side.
It's crazy,
It's all true. That's what brought me here was the child abuse. They think their children are big beings in small bodies.
so wild.
Because they could have been an 80-year-old man their last life. So assaulting children is not a crime in Scientology, but reporting them to the authorities for it, you'll get punished.
Something happened to you? Like,
No, about 2 years ago, I was bedridden, and this guy came in my feed. He was an ex-member, and I did a deep dive and found out about the child abuse and the elder abuse. And when I found out they were opening a year ago, I'm like, I drive down there 75 miles and about 3 times a week.
they have so much money. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Their
the
orgs
problem.
Are like, they have a ship. They have a, you know, like, it's pretty wild.
Is this reverse psychology? Do you want me to sign up?
I recognize you. You've talked to me over there, haven't you?
No, I used to be part of it.
But you've never talked to me before?
Yeah, Scientology.
Over on Guadalupe?
I used to have an entire club in Canada. I ran it.
Scientology is a cult.
Because
I like
a
diamonds.
religion
I
you
thought-
can
I thought it
leave,
was
a cult you can't.
I thought, like, to be able to help, like, get rid of.
Yeah, so they have the
And then the rest of it is super weird. Like the fucking, you know.
it's
the
all about control
aliens, you know,
and money.
What do you want? What do you want?
I want the authorities to investigate them for the abuses
Yeah, but
of children.
what do you believe in?
Oh, I'm a Christian.
You're a Christian?
But that's not what brought me here. It was the child
Yeah, but
abuse.
so you want what?
I want the authorities to investigate them for the human trafficking and the human rights violations to
Okay,
children.
but out of Christianity, so that's your religion?
Yes.
Versus Scientology?
They don't have a faith-based belief system. It's all about the tech. There's no deity. There's no faith. It's all about paying money to take courses.
Scientology?
Yeah.
What if I believe in Scientology?
Oh, this is the wrong place for you.
Which I don't at all.
I'm here to educate people about the
She's live
crime.
streaming here.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you mind being on camera? Stay there then.
but I believe Scientology is a cult.
Yeah.
Well, would you say that most religions are a cult?
No, because you
Why?
can leave a religion when you don't want to be there anymore, but there's still are behind a lifetime contract. If they want to leave, they'll live and put them in a room in the bar.
But if it's not, if you're a belief,
It's not
if you have
about
a major belief,
Miss Kim on YouTube.
Miss Kim?
Yeah.
Miss Kim, what brings you out here?
The child
to-
abuse.
Child abuse.
Yeah.
You have children?
I have grandkids.
Okay.
Yeah.
were they
And you're
abused? by
trying to protect
Scientology?
them?
No, it was just listening to ex-members. And when I found out they were opening here February before last, I was like, I just wasn't working. And I'm like, I'm going to go down there. We had a big protest at the opening, the grand opening. And then I just kept coming. And I educate the students down there so they can't get burned
Don't worry
in.
about it. Just do what you
And
want.
that's what I'm doing here. Try to spread the word. We're trying to get the authorities to investigate.
Listen, I am on your side, 100%. And I believe Scientology is a cult.
I don't care what
But-
other religions do until it gets done.
Would you say that most religions, in like the nutshell of it, is a cult?
No.
Why?
Because you believe a cult, they won't let you, they
Whoa.
will force you to
You
stay.
can leave any religion,
You can't be
including Scientology.
No, you can't. If
Why
you
is
are a
that?
seal. So I've talked to people who had to sleep in the trunk of a car. I've talked to people who have been run off the road trying to escape. Because if you're a Sea Org member, which is their slave labor, they make $50 a week if they get paid. They get housed in horrible conditions.
Sure.
They have human trafficking. They bring people from third world countries here and take their passports. And make
Hang
them
on,
work for
hang
them.
on.
They gotta be
Do you
slaves.
believe in God?
Yes.
And are you enjoying your time on this planet
Yes.
as a human?
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Without doing
Come on
this.
in, sir.
Yeah.
What's going on?
But this has really given me, I didn't know that it would be this important to me when I started. I didn't even know I'd still be doing it a
But
year
this,
later.
you enjoy doing this.
Yeah, I do. I like
Okay.
talking to people and teaching them and getting the word out.
As you should.
Yeah,
and
there's
I,
so many
and I
people.
agree. I agree.
There's,
I'm,
and then,
I'm not here to like.
I'm here
Scientology.
mainly.
I just want to hear what you have to say.
That's fine.
And
That's what
that's
I'm
why
here
you're-
for.
that's
I'm,
why
I'm,
you're
a
here.
talk, I'm here to talk.
But I-
With a huge sign.
I still believe that people can like leave Christianity or Catholicism.
But here's the problem. Even though there's abuses in other religions, their doctrine isn't necessarily abusive. Scientology, their whole doctrine is abusive. If you're kind to someone in Scientology, they have a derogatory term for it. Guys, I can never remember that word. What is the derogatory term if you're kind? They control you to the point they make you mean. They're nice to people like you that come in. But they write knowledge reports on each other. They snitch. They're not allowed to talk about anything negative with Scientology. You get in trouble.
But is there one God?
No, not in Scientology. There's no. It's not a faith-based
out of
system.
Scientology.
Well, in Scientology,
yeah.
there's one person who runs it all.
Right, there's a leader.
Correct.
So why are you here?
Because I have listened to ex-members tell me their horror stories, and we have 200 channels doing this.
So this,
all over the world.
So this live stream is to create conversation regarding around people who believe in Scientology.
That and to
try
get
to prove them
to let
wrong.
people that know nothing
I
about
don't believe in
Scientology know about. Here, look out.
I read your sign.
I don't think you did.
No, I did.
Anyway, on the other side is the crimes that they've committed on people.
I
And
think
there's laws
all
right
of them
now.
have. I think all of them have crimes.
Half crimes, 100%. All religions.
Oh, yeah.
Scientology.
I don't deny that. Yeah, at all.
Scientology.
But it's so much worse in Scientology because their whole doctrine is about mind control, and if you leave, you have to disconnect from
they're
your
all
whole
about
I
family.
get, but like all religions are actually
Like my
mind
kids,
control.
when my kids didn't want to go to church anymore, they just stopped going.
And you didn't
They can't do
ask
that
them
in
to keep
Scientology.
going?
No, they were 18. I said they're in God's hands now. I taught them the best I could, and I hope that they make the right choices.
So
That
this sign,
God,
this
Jesus Christ, is
sign,
still a mind control.
this sign is
It
Yeah,
is.
but it's but compared to
I know what you're saying.
Scientology.
I'm not here to discount
Right,
what
right,
you're
right.
talking about at all. But I still believe God.
You know when I got baptized at 27 in the church I'm in, I was sitting there the week before, and I was like, I'd been in Christian churches when I was young, and I said, you know what? Even if there never really was a Jesus or never really was a God, is there anything in this that is teaching me something bad? Is it bad? Is it going to make me, hurt people or be mean to people or control? No, everything that's in there that I have read is about loving your neighbor.
It's a decent experience.
Yeah. So I said, even if this is just a story somebody wrote, what I'm learning and the people that I'm with in this church, everybody's kind and community driven, at least my church.
okay.
Scientology is not that. It's about making money.
I agree.
If you're not the slave labor, then you got to pay upwards of $150,000.
Is it fair to say that you could change the sign tomorrow night, say Buddhism?
No. For two reasons. One, it's not as abusive and horrible as Scientology. And two,
Yeah,
I haven't done
what
a
do you-
I haven't done a deep dive in Buddhism. I've had people come up and say, well, there's abuses here, there's abuse. Look, this is what I deep dive. This is what got my attention, and that's why I'm here. Yes.
I agree.
There are a lot of other. I don't have the bandwidth to protest everything.
Nor can you. I get
Right,
it.
right. So there's
But you're-
people.
Okay,
You
I
have-
understand.
you have,
So this is a protest.
Yes.
Okay.
And when I'm at the org, it's also the people inside are victims. And there are two foundations that will help them escape. How many churches have to have foundations to help them escape? They help them get housing.
Scientology, I agree that it's
So
pretty.
I'm down there to let them know they can leave.
Scientology is very captive as a
Right.
religion,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And the key word there is captive.
Right.
So I agree with you. So I agree with what you're saying.
I agree as well, but I just want to know, like, are you trying to preach your religion, or are you trying to shut down
I'm not
this
here at all.
religion?
I don't do anything religious on my channel or political.
What?
Because I have all
But
all
this
walks
is
of life
religion.
in my chat.
This is religion.
No, it's not.
No. She's speaking against a certain
Right.
sect of religion.
Okay.
and
Right.
not
But
public religion.
I don't sit and talk, doctrine about my religion or other religions. And they're not a religion. They don't even call their own churches churches.
What do they call it?
They abbreviate everything. And all you do is go in there and do these courses and get this auditing, which is like an interrogation. And that's what the public do. And they're the ones that spend all the money. And most of the people in right now are second and third generation. They're not getting a lot of new people.
So what I'm gathering right now is that you are very proud of your beliefs.
Yeah.
What you're doing right now.
But I'm passionate about getting Scientology investigated. Look, you know, when the Catholic
You're extremely passionate about it.
Right.
And what you're doing, I respect.
Thank you. Because, you know, the Catholic Church is the biggest
I
one.
would never come out here and do this.
Yeah.
For me.
I never thought I would either. I started at 55. I'm a grandma. I've never done any activism like this. I've been
What do you
involved.
get out of this?
Makes me feel good. Makes me feel like I have a purpose. My grandkids and my kids have moved away, and I didn't have anything else going on. It really did. I haven't been able to come for like 2 months.
This gives you purpose.
And it really got on me.
This sign gives you purpose.
Yeah.
Well,
Talking to people and spreading the word.
I appreciate
Thank
you.
you for
I love
stopping.
you for
It's
doing
a good
that.
conversation.
I always talk. I always want to know, but I have an opinion, right? So
I have no opinion because I'm not
Yes, you do.
religious. No, I'm not religious. But when I'm about to die, I believe in
But
God.
I will tell you, this is not a religion. It is it's a money-making scheme.
I believe that.
It's to control the people that are in. And they do that by even people who want it, we call them under the radar Scientologists, that want to leave, that know it's BS. But when they do, they would have to disconnect from their whole family and friends. You
How
can
old are
never
you?
talk 56.
How long you gonna do this for?
As long as I can.
Till you die.
I don't know. Till we can get, I'm going to do the Capitol building next, till we can get our Congress people to agree to hold hearings about Scientology.
You love it?
What?
You love what you're doing.
Oh, well, yeah,
You're
maybe.
passionate.
I'm passionate. I
What do
don't
you
know.
do on your day to day?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. My husband sleeps all day. My kids moved away. He works at night.
You don't have a job?
I do now. I just started after 15 years of illness. I started working about 2 months ago, but I work 2 nights a week in security.
Okay.
It's been hard on my body too. Wow. And what happened was being on a night schedule last week, I said, you know, it'd be great if I could protest at 1 in the morning. That's my schedule. And then I remembered 6 weeks. I only planned this a week ago. Because I found out, I went to the org and I found out the classes were over. It was dead. But I'm still going over there too. And you know, what they do when I walk up, they close all the blinds and the doors. They don't. How many churches do you know that have to hide?
We appreciate your passion.
All right.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right.
All right?
Oh,
I don't want to be sued.
okay. That's fine. All right.
Good
I'll
night.
turn it around. Got it. All right. Cool. That was a good conversation. I couldn't see you guys. I was off to the side facing them. But you know, okay, spaceship. Hey, Bob. Yeah, I can't remember that word either. I never can. Oh, that's a good one. I wish I would remember to see you guys. I know. Yeah, I don't give... Yeah, I'm vague about where I work, where I live, all of that. But Scientology already has my information. So they've taken pictures of my license plate, and it's really easy to find me. So, but I think they don't bother me for 2 reasons. 1, I'm a very low-key protester, and 2, I live very far away. I gotta fix this. It's on close up. Hang on. That's better. Yeah, but thank you for worrying about me, Pippa. Glad you're here. Let's people watch now. Nobody wants to look at me. I swear I have seen that both of them before over there in Guadalupe. I swear I have. But they were inebriated, or that one guy that you couldn't see was inebriated. I don't think he remembers. Yeah. I don't know what he was trying to get at. You know, when they start saying all religions are a cult, I'm like, I get that a lot, and I'm like, no, not really. So if you're new, I picked this location because all the cops are sitting right there. Oh, really? Yeah, didn't bother me. You know, I like to talk. Yeah, he was kind of going around in circles. He probably won't even remember this conversation. I swear to God I had seen them on Guadalupe. And they talked to me similarly. So I don't know. Maybe it's just, you know, they got one. I've seen so many people, maybe they're running together. Yeah, he was getting annoying. But I just keep talking. Because they try to ask me the same thing so many different ways. He was seriously inebriated. But hey, trolling, how are you? Probably. Scruffy's, Texas Souvenirs. There's a lot of them. I don't see one. Moonlight. I think there's one over there. Something Ethos. That sounds. There's a lot of places down here. How you doing, trolling? Say anything? Yeah, they could have saw chat if they looked. The guy that was annoying, he was standing next to the sign. He couldn't, but the other guy was next to me. He could. So I appreciate that. You can say what you want now. I still don't get the point of his. I mean, I think I answered his questions well to the point that he kind of understood what I was doing. And he seemed very interested why I wanted to stand here and do this, which I can understand people wondering, you know, why are you out here standing here on a street corner with a bunch of signs? Ow, my back. It's weird. Interpolate. Yeah. Oop. Cops are readjusting. They must be changing. Oh, here's a bunch of people on the street corner. Let's watch the street corner. That's where the people watching it. All the cowboy boots. I used to have one. I'm so glad I don't live in Austin anymore, but I'm pretty sure that's the place my ex used to work at, and she used to be bothered by homeless people all the time. Oh my gosh, I passed so many homeless people on the way here. It was, I don't know how they can just, she was literally just laying on the street, on the sidewalk, with people walking by. I just don't know how that works. Do you have any questions? It is not a belief system. They don't have a deity. The guy that created it in 1950, pretty much he wants to make money. And if you don't have the money, where you can't, it's a call because they won't let you leave. If you're a Sea Org, which is their lower level, you sign a billion-year contract. They believe they live multiple lives, and you have to work for them until you die. And you can get married, but they'll probably send your spouse away for 5 years and not care. And if you get pregnant, they take you to the clinic because it will distract you from the work.
Is this coercion, or is this like contracts or some sort of forceful method?
Yeah, it's human trafficking. They don't think assaulting children is that bad because they believe their children are big beings in small bodies, because last lifetime they could have been an 80-year-old man. But if you go to the authorities and report child abuse, then you get punished and kicked out. Because it's a high crime to take another Scientologist to the authorities. So that's the problem is nobody's speaking out. Ex-members are. That's what got me involved on YouTube. And what brought me here was the child abuse, the rampant child abuse. We have adults that went through it as children and are speaking out. And then you get into the elder abuse, the ones that were Sea Org. And when you get too old to work for them, they put you in a house with a bunch of others and take a bunch of credit cards out in your name fraudulently because when you die, they don't have to pay it back. Well, one guy, Mike Brown, that's the name of his channel, got his mom out last year, and she found out, he was in the Army. He had gotten out when he was 20. And when you leave, you can't talk to your family members that are inside. So he didn't know where she was and they wouldn't tell him. He finally found out where she was and literally went in there, Special Forces style, stole her. And found out she was $160,000 in debt. They have $1 billion in offshore bank accounts and the members don't even know. What? I don't know what you mean.
The legal way to pay off the government.
Oh yeah, they're involved in, do you know Pam Bondi? She's the Attorney General now. She's something up there, but when she was Attorney General in Florida, Scientologists had a fundraiser for her. Because their big bases are Clearwater, Florida, and LA. And they've literally bought 200 buildings in downtown Clearwater just to keep other people away from them. So there's all these empty buildings with fake storefronts.
You're so right.
Thank you. It's like North Korea. That's what they call it, yeah. But it's not a church. They don't have a faith-based system. They don't even call them churches. They call them boards. They only do that to look legit. And they forced the IRS in 1993 to give them back tax-exempt status. You know why they lost it? So this was created in 1950 by L. Ron Hubbard, who was a scientist writer. And he was so paranoid that they found out they had 5,000 Scientologists in the government and they had infiltrated the FBI. 7 members went to prison. And the FBI raided their places. I think it's Florida, I'm not sure. And they found out they have a dirty search department that goes after anybody that gets out. They had a woman, this is 1978, they had a woman who was in trial for a bomb threat because the paper had her fingerprint on it. When they raided the offices, they found a program where they were going to bring her down. They went, broke into her house and stole her stationery and set her up. They had not raided to be prison. That's what they do.
Sounds like they pay their taxes well.
No, they're tax exempt. They have church, yeah. So in 83, to get it back, so they lost it in 78. The new leader, it was two, he took over when the other one died. He sued. There was 2,000 lawsuits against the IRS and IRS agents, and they bullied them into giving them back tax status with extra caveats. So the only way we can get them now is criminal acts. The biggest thing we want is the government to hold hearings. And they don't. Nobody's looking at Scientology. They don't know all this horrible stuff. Social media is helping a lot to get the word out. There's 200 channels doing what I'm doing. Ex-members all over the world working together. I've never heard about that on What?
I went to the church.
Oh, you did?
To like see what.
You didn't give me your real name, did you? They will bug you, so that's like mailing you stuff and calling you.
I used to play a lot of CSGO and went to the game.
Huh? Oh yeah, because they have stats they have to make. And if they don't make those stats, they don't get paid. Money only goes up. So staff makes $200 a week, they don't always get paid. So a lot of times they have to have a moonlight job to pay rent, or a spouse that has a job. Now the Sea Org, they get $50 a week. But they house them and feed them, but it's usually like up in Chicago they got 8 people in the studio apartment. The maintenance guy came down and talked to protesters in Chicago and said that there was mold on their toothbrushes and stuff because they can't afford new toothbrushes because they don't get the $50 and they work 110 hours a week. Now Sea Org is slave labor. They're the ones that really can't.
they're usually by their parents. They're put into taken out of school at like 14. And so we have two. This is what I put up when I'm over there. They have two foundations that will help them with shape and get an apartment, a job, and family. How many churches do you know that have to have a foundation to help you get out? Not many.
My favorite thing I used to do like was time to make the newsletter. I was like 12 playing online games. I didn't really know why. I just really spam the shit out of it. I'm curious. What's your story?
I was bedridden for many years. In 2022, this guy, an ex-member, came in my feed. I didn't know anything about it. And so I listened to him, and then I binge-watched like a year of his videos. And then this movement started happening in end of 2022 and 2023. No. Yeah, in 2023, he started encouraging ex-members to start channels, and they started to start channels to tell their story. And then they started, one guy started standing outside their section on Hollywood Boulevard, and then a bunch of TikTokers showed up and they closed them down. That's their biggest body routing place, is on Hollywood Boulevard. That's what they call it, body routing. And they call the people they're bringing in raw meat. But they'll love bomb you to death when you first get in there. But it's all about control. It's about making money. It's abusive. You know, other churches, the doctrine isn't abusive, just the people are. No, their doctrine is abusive. If you're kind in Scientology to someone, there's a drop point somewhere. I can't remember what it is right now. So then, I told you about the elder, so the rampant child abuse. Did you see the Danny Matthews trial about a year or so ago? He's an actor that was in that 70s show. Did you ever watch that? It's an older show. That 70s show? Hi. Danny Matthews. He'd been drugging and assaulting women for over 20 years. They, 3 of those victims finally came out and went to the authorities, and I heard somebody say, well, he only got convicted on their testimony. No. In discovery, they got his files from Scientology where he admitted he was doing it, but he didn't think it was wrong. And they cover it up. They cover up child predators, they cover up everything. You can't get Scientology to authority. Well, they did. And they have a dirty tricks department that goes after enemies. They went after them 3 women that hard. And ended up, they poisoned their dogs and 1 died. And the prosecutors, they went after the prosecution. They followed them, they went through their trash, they broke into their house. One of the lower junior prosecutors left the case. I wouldn't do it, but at least the main guy stuck with it. And they were able to, because there was a mistrial the first time because they didn't allow the Scientology stuff. The second one they did. And that was the first time Scientologists ever held accountable. And they've been around since 1950. The guy that started it was a science fiction writer. And he said, I'm not making any money on my novels. The way to make money is to start a religion.
I've heard that.
It's quite the switch.
What?
It's quite the switch.
Son from his novels.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he wrote, yeah. Oh, he I just can't hear you guys over the noise.
Yeah, it's novels, kind of like a big
No, he wrote science fiction stories. No, he wrote a completely separate book called Dianetics, and it pretty much makes you scared to death to go to the doctor, and he hates psychiatry. So it was based on therapy. That's kind of the way they run it. It's called auditing. That's where they make their money. They pay for all these hours of auditing, like $350 an hour. These are the public that can pay, not the slave labor. And so that's how they have $1 billion in auditing from the Bahamas. The members don't even know. He's still always fundraising for this or that or the other. And so it's all about the tech. Will make you a big being, and you'll be able to control matter, energy, space, and time, and go up to the grid. It costs like $150,000. We have people giving them tens of millions of dollars for their
it because they're pretty sure he's gay, and you cannot be gay in Scientology.
Not true.
So it is true. L. Ron Hubbard, his own son, was gay and was treated horribly until he killed himself.
It's a fallacy. He never killed himself. He's still alive.
I hope so.
He is.
But I've talked to actual members themselves that have gotten out.
You're talking to one?
Well, it's not a fallacy. It's not. Because can you leave Sea Org?
It's a fallacy, aka.
Can you leave? Can you leave Sea Org?
What made you want to join in the first place? I'm very curious.
The thing is, if you're not Sea Org or staff, and a lot of times actual members don't know this stuff, because they're not allowed to talk to each other. They're not allowed to look at anything negative on the internet. They'll get in trouble. So they don't even know each other.
Were you manipulated or was it your own free will?
No. We have a lawsuit right now because she had to escape in the trunk of a car.
Who's we?
What do you mean?
You said we got a lawsuit. Who's we?
All the people, the ex-members that have escaped. And then we have the Delphi Academy lawsuit where they protected a child predator for a year and then gave him a glowing review to go to a new school that wasn't Scientology, and he attacked 6 more kids. Now he's in prison. Well, that victim, who was a kid in 2011, is now suing the Scientology school because they protected a child predator knowing what he was doing. It is a high crime to take a Scientology to the authorities. That's true.
If I wanted to join Scientology,
Members who have left, and I read Dianetics front to back.
Read what?
Dianetics front to back. It's abusive. Yeah, it is. All he wants, yeah, it is. Just go away. You don't want to talk to me. You just want to sit here and argue. And you know what? Everybody else knows what's going on. You obviously don't.
I remember.
And you know what else? You're not allowed to talk to me. If they find out that you talk to me, you will be in trouble. You will get sec checked.
Okay, what?
Sec checked.
Okay, what?
You don't know what that is? You're not a Scientologist.
How you know?
Because you don't know what that is. Well, then why did you ask me what it was? What is it?
I wanted to see it.
What is it?
Why would I tell you? You don't even know.
Go away.
You don't know.
Go away. You're not here for a right conversation. I have talked to people who were 5 years old and was raped her whole childhood, and they protected her father. He's full of shit, y'all. He's completely full of shit. You just want to argue. You don't know what's going on. Nope. Nope. You can go on YouTube and find all these people that I talk to.
YouTube.
And
I see this. You guys on YouTube.
yeah, and it's getting the word out because Scientology was in the shadows for 70 years. Now they can't hide it anymore because people have written books. They had a TV show for 3 years talking about all these people and the victims. I'm sorry, but all those people are not mine. They texted his father when he was assaulting his own girlfriend. His 5 brothers now out. And they got the file. He actually confessed to the LAPD what he actually He confessed to the LAPD of the Scientology. We have documentation on SPTV.
You're from SPTV?
Yep. 200 of us doing this. I feel sorry for you guy. I really do. You standing here talking to me, you're in trouble. They're going to be contacting you. He's full of shit. He's not a Scientologist. You're not a Scientologist. You're not a Scientologist. You just want to argue with somebody. I'll find out because I got people that can check.
Who are your people? Who are you with?
SPTV.
This lady's good.
No, I did a deep dive and talked to people, and I've met the victims in person. I've met these people. They're not lying. And it's more abusive than even it ever was in the Catholic Church, because those are just people doing bad things. In Scientology, the doctrine is bad. He's a public, so he may not even know about the stuff I'm talking about. They're not allowed to talk to each other. They're not allowed to research. They will get in trouble. He's full of crap. He's not a Scientologist. No, you're not.
How do you?
Prove it. Prove it.
Are you want my badge? Have right? Some kind of badge? That's my college badge. No shot. I'm an ambassador. That's a real thing? I'm an ambassador.
Oh, you're the one that signs people up and makes money. Oh, yeah. When he signs people up in Scientology, he makes a percentage on everybody he brings in. That's what he is. Yeah. It's all about making money, guy, and you know it. And you know it.
It's not discovery.
I did. I worked hard, and I talked to these people. I met them. No. Go on YouTube and find these people.
Yeah. Going on YouTube?
Yeah, it's getting the word out that they hid for 70 years. You know what? The guy that started it told his friend that I'm not making any money on my novels, my science fiction. To make money, I need to start a religion. And do you know why? We have documentation from the Navy that he tried to get psychiatric care, and they didn't help him, and that's why he hated psychiatry, because they didn't help him. He wrote to the Veterans Board to try to get help for his problems, and when he died, the coroner's report, which we have, he had psych drugs in his system, which is a no-no in Scientology. If you have psych drugs in you, in Scientology, they won't talk to you. Thank you. Well, 80% of the whole world knows it's bullshit. Nope, it's bullshit.
Because you watched a couple of videos on YouTube at 2 a.m. last night, that's what makes you an expert.
Honey, go to my channel. I've been doing this for 14 months.
Wow. 14 months.
You're an asshole.
Why should I be Scientology?
See, all he wants to do is argue with me. He's not here to... Look at his face. He's angry. He's mad that I'm here.
One word.
I'm not. Matter of fact, SBTV Foundation and the Aftermath Foundation will help you get out.
You're not from Africa. That's fake. That's fake.
How is that fake?
Because you just made that last night.
It's on my... See? You don't know what you're talking about, because you can go on my channel and see this on L. Ron Hubbard's birthday.
Oh, I know you. I know
in March.
I know you're.
Go ahead. Here. Here's my channel. Here you go. Don't be saying stuff you don't know anything about. You're trying to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, and you're spouting stuff that's just mean. Oh, you made that last night. Oh, you watched the video last night. Go to my channel.
Ma'am.
Go to my channel.
True.
Don't be spouting stuff you don't know.
True.
Don't be spouting stuff you don't know.
Ma'am, true.
You don't be spouting stuff you don't know. Just because you're a Scientologist doesn't mean you know everybody in Scientology. You don't know if Miriam's dad was raping her from the age of 5. You wouldn't know that.
Miriam's dad took good care of her, miss. Don't you dare.
You're not a Scientologist.
Dare.
Oh my God, this guy is so a troll. Such a troll. Such a troll. He's not a Scientologist. And if he is, he just said he's an ambassador. I forget what it's called. Thank you. Let him come back. I gave him my channel. He can kiss my ass. I know that, he was trying to bait me. And I just told him, go away. If you're just going to say stupid things that you don't know anything about, oh, you just did that last night. That's just trying to bait me. And I didn't back down with the facts. That's what I won't let him do. I gotta go back a long ways. Okay, here we go. So, last thing I read was about the homeless in Austin. This, just to challenge religions in general are a hot topic, and truthfully, there is a lot of abuse, yes. But as you said, you can't do it all, and that doesn't discount what you are doing. Exactly. Hi. Do you have any questions? Thanks. I got a thumbs up. Clearwater is such a creepy place. Yes. Oh, the niece of the leader, Jenna, had to fight to leave with her husband. Yep. She went through a bunch of abuse. My sign. I'll show you. Since you're new and you're asking, I answer anybody. I'm here to educate. So I'll show you my setup. So I have that sign. But I only use it on certain occasions. And then I have this one trying to get the word out. Hopefully, you never know when a congressman's daughter's down here, because this is the capital of Texas, and we're just trying to get people to listen. And so, and yeah, I gave them my channel because guess what, they already know my channel. But yeah, or they'll take a picture of me and my sign. It's just kind of a tourist thing, this lady's protesting Scientology, and hopefully they'll post it and tell people. Real estate game of epic proportions. Yes, it is. Okay, I showed you my sign, so. I know. The look on his face, he was so angry. Could you see his face? I tried to get him on camera. He was just being so nasty, and you could just see it on his face, just like a Scientologist. So if he...
She's right. Everything she's saying is the truth. I'm not even gonna lie. What is it?
I'm just protesting Scientology, because I'm usually over in my building, but since classes are out, because I'm trying to educate the students, because they open there on purpose to try to lure in young people. So I thought I'd come out here tonight. It's my first time. And I've had a lot of good conversations.
How was that going?
We're good.
I'm going to ask you why.
Oh, because they have 3 levels of members, and the Sea Org, which is their slave labor, has to sign a $1 billion-year contract.
Slave labor?
Yes, they make $50 a week for 110 hours.
Oh my God.
And they have to work until they die. They can get married, but they might send your spouse away for 5 years. And if you get pregnant, they bust you to the yeah, the guy that created it in 1950 was a science fiction writer. Tonight,
That's not cool, bro.
I only have 21 people watching tonight. I got about, I was almost 1,500, but I couldn't come out for a couple of months. I lost about as much. Well, what brought me out here was the child, because they believe their children are big beings with small bodies, because they live multiple lives. They could have been an 80-year-old man. So assaulting children in Scientology is not a problem.
I'll be honest with you. Before tonight, I don't think I've ever heard Scientology.
I know. The problem is they hide behind church status. They live in secret. They don't. When I show up, they close the doors and the blinds. Yeah.
I know it's Scientology.
But that's what I'm here for. People like you that don't know, that's what I'm here
Y'all
for.
didn't know that.
No, we actually knew
No, y'all did not know that.
I'm trying to process what's Scientology.
No, you didn't
Here.
know that, dude.
What is Scientology?
Y'all did not know that.
It's not a religion. They don't have a deity or a faith-based system.
It's a cult.
It's all, here's all their,
it's a fucking rule. It's like
they won't
Oh,
let,
she's live right now, bro.
yeah. We've had people escape in trunks of cars. You run off the road. They don't let you leave. And the religion, you can leave if you want. If you want to keep this is all the lawsuits and stuff in my channel. I didn't use my channel if you want to see.
We taking this.
Alright, I'm still reading. That's why we try to educate people. Scientology has a lot of BS lines to feed to people. Yeah. Did you hear the crap he was saying? Well, you just watched a video last night. You just did this. 6th Street is rough. Rainy Street is definitely a much better spot. Typically, locals don't go to 6th Street. Yeah, well, that's the point. They do. We have a couple people that do the strip in Vegas. I'm trying to get to as many eyes as possible. So I want the tourists and anything like that. But you know what? I might try Rainy Street one night. Yeah, I did. It was quieter here. Thanks, Top Mama. Yeah, I'm not allowed. I know. Oh, YouTube. Ugh. I'm like, yeah, YouTube's gonna bring you down, buddy, if he really is. He showed some card to that guy, but he didn't show it to me. I think, what was that where they're a staff member, but they're a public, and they just go recruit people and they get a percentage? Yeah. That's a huge slice of pizza. Yeah, when I go to, that was bigger. I go to the Dollar Slice Club, and they're pretty big. That was bigger. Yep, I asked him. I said, prove it, and he wouldn't do it. Oh, I hope he gets into so much trouble talking to me. So, did I get him on camera? I never did really. I couldn't tell. He that interpolated me. Yeah, me a little bit too, but even though I was calling him names, which I don't usually do, I did it because, thank you! The way he was being nasty and wouldn't leave, I'm like, just go, man. You don't want to talk to me. No, that's okay. I put him on here so he'd get in trouble. I'm now engaged to Moxon. I'm moving up to... Hey, Gigantimus. Oh, okay. Field something officer, yeah. I wish I knew the lingo better. He was either really what he said he was and angry with me, which I think was the truth. So he didn't want to tell me any information. I'm like, prove it, guy. And he showed that guy a card. Just like, I have a badge. It was a card. Weirdo. But, you know, it's going to happen. Yeah. I was like, well, if you're going to stand here and be an ass, I'm going to put you on camera doing it. He didn't seem to understand what sec check means. So I think if he's not a field officer, he's very low on the courses. He just started. Because a real public wouldn't have stopped and talked to me. Yeah. I know he was drunk. But he had a mean eyes. Yeah. When he didn't know I'm not going to tell you what it is. He would have had something on his face that understood what I was saying, and it wasn't there. So I think if he was anything, he was either just a troll, or because people just want to come up and do the opposite of what you say, or he's very low in Scientology. Yeah, I know, right? He was TR's in. Yeah, I was like, you don't know what a sex check is? You're not a Scientologist. Yep. He was just in a bad mood. Or he's very new to it, where they love bomb you. And the thing about that is, even though he was combative, he's going to remember what I said. He's going to go home and he's going to remember what I said. And it's going to stick in his brain. And he might actually go look it up. Chat Mama. That's another thing. Scientologists generally don't drink a lot because they have to be clean to go on course. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's why I think. Or he's a very new public, and he's that field officer thing. Just because he might have money and he might know people. So they may have just made him that immediately. And he's still low. I don't think you have to be that high to recruit people and make money. But he never had in his face that he understood what I was saying. He just had a mean look and wanted to argue. And the things that he said were just mean and not, I think, what a Scientologist would say to me. Unless, well, I take that back. I've watched those videos of Mark Bunker get accosted, and they just throw out crap at you to say whatever. And they just throw whatever at you that they can think of. And that feels like what he was doing if he was a member. He definitely was never Sea Org or staff. Yeah, did you hear me? I said, I feel sorry for you. He didn't speak like a Scientologist. He did not. He spoke to me like that guy on the skateboard that I dealt with that had probably went in and done a cheap free course, and they love bombed him, and they either that or they paid him to come out here. He would have been asking what your crimes are, who's paying you. Yeah, exactly. He was bull baiting. But regular people can do that too when they're angry. He just looked like he was in a pissy mood. And he didn't show me the card. It was probably just some card somebody gave him. Weirdo. I'll clip it for you, Scooter Mom. Ciao, Mama. So you probably missed this, but I got locked in an elevator last month, and everybody was like, "Why are you so calm?" I'm just like, I was an Army wife for 21 years. And when you're an Army wife, you have no family, no friend. I stopped having friends because they were nuts. I didn't like people anymore. So it was just me and the kids when Tom was gone for years at a time. When the sewer pipe and the water pipe bust on the same day, didn't have anything to do with each other, I could only pay the plumber for the sewer line. I had to fix the water line. I had to fix the brakes on my 86 Suburban with a line drawing from the beginnings of the internet when you couldn't find anything. So like 2002. So when shit happens, I have to deal with it. So I guess I didn't realize how... I've never done like that before till I did this. Have to argue with somebody. And I get... Oh, this goes back to being in the Army. In basic training, there goes a cop. Something happened. When I went in basic training at 17, I knew not to take what the drill sergeant said personally. That they were just trying to break you down to whoever couldn't handle it and get them out and get you ready to, physically. So when they got on the bus, just like in the movies, with their mirrored sunglasses and their brown rounds on, started screaming it, and a lot of the girls were my age, because they were doing a special program called Split Option with the Reserves and National Guard, where you could do your basic between your junior and senior year. I gave up my summer. Then you go to your weekend drills, haven't had your school yet for your job. When you graduate, you go to that school, however long it is. So I had to do both in the summer. And they got on, they were screaming and yelling, and I was just like, cool. And yeah, they're absolutely there to break you down and put you back as a whole for the whole. Yep. We're all military here too. Yep. Oh, cool. Yeah. So it goes back to there. And I knew not to volunteer myself, and my name started with a W, and I'm short. So I was in the back. The 6th week of 8 weeks of basic training, I went to my drill sergeant to ask a question. And he said, "Private, are you in my platoon?" I was like, yes. The ones that were getting in trouble all the time and doing push-ups and were the ones volunteering and wanting to make friends with the drill sergeant. I just stood back. I was like, nope. So, I've had a lot of self-discipline from an early age, because I started ROTC at 14, right? Yeah, 14, my freshman year. And actually, I learned more self-discipline in ROTC than I did in the Army. So that's what it boils down to. I know not to take things personally. I had I was in a gym one day, about the size I am now, years ago, in my 20s. And these two women said something about, why is that fat ass here? Didn't bother me a bit, because I'm here to lose weight and get in shape, and I don't know you and I don't care. So, the only people that could upset me is people I care about. That's what upsets me. And it's funny enough, it's the little things that upset me. Little stupid things, like things going wrong and making me late. You know, but when something big happens, like a tree falls on my house, I laughed. Because it's so big, it wasn't something I could control. So I was just like, well, shit happens. Yep, everybody's got to start somewhere. Well, you were made for the drunks on 6 on a Friday night for sure. Yep. Thanks, chat mama. I saw the first line, that was good. Yeah, you can come in and chat with us, but we don't do politics or religion, which is funny, because I'm protesting Scientology, but they're not a religion. They're a cult. Abusive cult at that. Ooh, there's some shit going on across the street. Let's people watch. Ooh, they mad. I don't know if you can hear them.
Live stream!
Right on. Right there. Oops, sorry. I don't know if they're mad or just being loud. They sound mad. Thought I might see hands thrown. Guess not. Ooh, that's some hair. I love Dolly Parton. I've always wanted a Dolly Parton wig. I did. I zoomed in. Ooh, there's a big crowd at the corner, too. I don't know. All the cops left. Check this out. Holy crap. They're gone. What the heck? What time is it? 2:15. Oh, that's why the bars are closing. Bars close at 2. We had, when I was young, no, I think because the bars are closing, they might be patrolling more because the bars are closing. People are getting in their cars and driving off. So they're probably going to actually cruise around now. No, I think at least in Killeen, shift change was like 5:30 in the morning. We used to go to breakfast. Our club, when I was in my 20s, actually stayed open till 4. It was a dance place. Had a 3-level lighted dance floor. It was so awesome. But they stopped serving at the right time. So at 4, because we didn't get there till 11 or 12 anyway, then we go out to breakfast, and then we would see the cops show up for breakfast. Yeah, they're busy. One left with lights on, so definitely. So there's still gonna be people on the street. So I'm hanging out. I'm still at 27%. So I got a little bit. Yeah, 1. They stopped serving at 1 for sure. But a lot of times they stop serving at 1 and then they close at 2 to let them finish up. When my husband first started security, he was working clubs and stuff. He was working part-time on the weekends. And I can show you now, the cops are gone. So he gave me this, which is...
You informed me,
Yeah. All right.
She's speaking facts.
Thanks.
Get in there, bro.
Anyway, he would go and his... Hey, hi. You got any questions?
Yes, babe.
Yeah,
Do you mind being on camera?
This main question.
You're not on camera right now, but I can turn it.
This main question. Scientology
Yes.
is
A religion, you can leave. But in Scientology, they have 3 levels of member. And the slave labor, low level, has to sign a $1 billion contract because they think they live multiple lives and they have to work for them until they die. They're not allowed to leave. They can get married, but they might send the spouse away for 5 years. They don't care. And if you get pregnant, they take you to the clinic because it will distract you from
Where
your
can I
work.
donate? I'm just.
They live in 8 people in a studio apartment. They get $50 a week if the org makes money. If they don't, then they're fed beans and rice. No medical care.
Where can I donate?
For
This onto the end.
For me.
Scientology.
I have my cash app.
Here, can I give you some money?
Sure.
Can I give you one
Well,
dollar?
thank you for telling us.
We'll have to pay for parking
Okay,
when we get down here.
thank you so much.
I made $1, y'all. But they opened up across from the University of Texas. That's where I usually am a year ago. And they're trying to learn young people that don't know any better. And then when they're getting people from third world countries, not English speaking, and they're like, oh, you can come to the U.S. and be a religious volunteer, and then they take their passport. And I'm here about the child abuse because they protect child abusers because it's a high crime in Scientology to take a Scientologist to the authorities. And they also believe their children are big beings in small bodies because they live multiple lives. So their last life they might have been an 80-year-old man. So they don't treat them like children. They don't nurture them.
What if you believe in Christianity?
I do. Oh, they try to tell you can be a Christian.
Because there's no afterlife.
Right. Right. Well, no, they believe that you'll go to a new body. All right. Hang in there.
Oh, you on Instagram Live?
Yep. Say hi.
Hey, if you want something.
Oh no, I'm gonna get all the people leaving. Yeah, I tried. The guy didn't want to take it earlier. And one guy did take a picture of, or no, he had me put it in his notes. A bride. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I should probably pack it up. You know what, I am. Let's pack up. I'm tired. I've been on here almost 3 hours. Oh, I've got... Oh, the whole thing came off. Oh, that's good. Alright, let me put my signs away. I got this really nice bag to put them in, but they're not wanting to go in. Ah! There we go. How can I get that in there? What's in this thing? Whew! That was a night, wasn't it, y'all? Okay, I can never get this off. Let me move this back a little bit. Look out, I'm gonna move the camera. Oh my gosh. I bring this, even though I'm trying not to use it anymore. Just
Fuck it, he was complaining about going home, now he over there. Bitch,
come on, you.
Hey, bitch! Walk, nigga! I forgot to run.
I might have to mute. I cannot get this thing apart. Can you pull this off? It's kind of stuck. I just need to pull it off. I don't have it. Off of this. Pull it.
Oh, you
yeah,
want this
separate
part?
it. Yes, please. It should be that on there that good.
It's on there pretty good.
Oh my gosh. It just sits on there. I think the humidity or something got to it.
Yeah, that's on there pretty good.
Oh wow. Okay, thank you. This will be fun getting home with it.
Can we win money?
No. It costs me money to do this.
You have a good one.
Thanks. Yeah. I think the humidity made it stick. That's alright. I think I can get it home this way. Let's see. Yeah, I can get it home. That was hilarious. Yeah, I do, but I don't know if I've charged it lately. The cops already left. There's a lot of people on the street though, and I like the parking garage I'm at. I'm on the bottom and it's all open. It's just a short wall, so you're not hidden. That's kind of why I picked it. Alright, so hang on. Alright, let's get this closed up. Ow! Dang it. So since this won't close up, I'm not even going to bother with the, what do you call it? Tripod. It takes me a minute to I can put that down on it. I can throw these in the bed of the truck if I have to with the sandbags that I left. Alright, let's put this up. And I think I'm good now. Let's see. Let's move this just a little bit that way. I'm not sure how many blocks away I am. Let me get my other phone out for the map. Hang on, guys. I'm almost done. I gotta get my other phone out. Okay, I'm gonna lay you down. Look away. I can't. I need both hands. Sorry about that. Oh. I need to bring. I have my gimbal. I should have had that out. Let me see if I've got it in here. Oh. Let's see. What did I get in here? And there's my other gimbal in here. Should be. It is. Da-da-da. All right. We have the other gimbal. All right. Sorry, guys. I had to put you in a dark room for a minute. Sorry about this, but I kind of don't want to walk by myself. Woo! There's the flashlight. What happened? I don't know how I did that. Uh-oh. Go away, go away. How do I get rid of that? I don't know how I turned it. Oh, is it this? No. Oh, God. Okay, there it is. Okay, I hit some sort of flash. Oh, jeez. Just back up and stop talking. Yeah. Oh, let me get my pepper spray out, too. Let's see. There it is. Putting that in my pocket. Since I'm not in front of the org, I'm not worried about that kind of stuff. Alrighty, let's go. Hope nothing falls off. And we're back. Yeah. The 90s prompting scared. Ooh. All right. Oh, I forgot. I think I pretty much know how to get back. Luckily, I walked to that restaurant. Man, it emptied quick, didn't it? Oh, I did not realize I was there that long. Thanks, guys, for hanging with me so long. Sorry about that. Cane fell off. Just please don't any more stuff fall off. That's all I ask. No, I know about the river. I watched that documentary. And I think it's suspicious as heck. I think something's going on. Ladybird Lake. Bungee cords. I have a net. I always forget something. And I haven't used it yet, and I don't know where it went. So I just made sure I put stuff over my stuff. Oops, excuse me, guys. They can't walk too close to me. I'll hit them with my sign.
Thank you.
I can't leave now.
I'll follow it in, baby.
All right. Got a lot of thumbs up tonight. You guys can't always see those. There went my cane again. How the heck is it falling off? Where'd it go? I heard it fall. What is going on with my cane? Why is it coming off? All right, I gotta put this in here better. Yeah, next time I need to leave before 2. Oh. Yeah, you heard it too. Alright. I stuck it in there better. I think the other things are too long to vibrate off. Oh, it's walking. I need to hurry. Man, these Cobblestone streets are hard. Yeah, it was actually kind of fun tonight. I think this is going to be the Friday night thing now. And luckily I come on after a lot of the others have done their thing on the East Coast. Excuse me, guys. I don't want to hit ya.
I'll hit you with that. You got that long pole in there.
Yep.
What the hell?
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
Didn't want to move, I guess. That was rude. Pretty much had to mow him down. Got 100 people in here. No. Do I? Oh my gosh. I just went the wrong way. I didn't walk on this side of the street, so I don't know it. I feel like I'm in Escape from New York. Wow, I can't believe I got so many people, y'all. We're just trying to make sure I get back to my car without being accosted. I'm really not that worried about it. Definitely going to use that parking garage from now on. I like that it's open. I almost left. It said reserved parking. Then I realized it said from 6 to 6. I was like, oh, okay, I'm okay. I am. Hey, Gerard. I am. I got my pepper spray in my pocket. Make sure I didn't drop that. Okay, it's still in my pocket. And it's the industrial size can. My husband's in security, so he made me take that. Austin is definitely weird. Yeah, I was in the Army. I'm old, a little decrepit, but I think I would definitely give them a what for if anybody tried to get physical with me. That's why I have my cane too. Alright, where are we? 97th. Okay, Congress. Okay. Gotta wait. Oh man, it went from completely packed to everybody's gone. Yeah, I am. Thanks, Gerard. You guys can help me too. You know what? I'm not that worried, to be honest. There's a lot of people out here. Oh, hey Gerard. Yep. Yep. Hubby's retired Army. I was in the Army Reserves. That's why we're still in Texas. He was stationed at Fort Hood. And for 17 years. And when he retired, we had the house. Our daughter was in high school. We stayed. I cannot stand the heat. But I've stopped using my cane because I started working security a couple months ago. You can't work security with a cane, but I still bring it because it's metal. At work, I have to do rounds outside the perimeter of the facility, and we're a block from a homeless shelter. So I carry, even in daylight, I carry my heavy metal flashlight with me. Cavalry. Yep, he definitely was. My son was with the 3rd Armored Cavalry. Oh, cool. Yeah, my husband was in 1st Cav. He was in so many different units in 17 years. Here's the homeless kind of hang out down here. Matter of fact, no, I didn't come up on this side, did I? I feel bad for these people. I really do. Sometimes we get a group across the street under the trees that sleep all night, and I keep an eye on them. As a matter of fact, I went over there one night. So, yep, he went to Iraq twice, and his last tour in Iraq was 2006, 2007. Yeah, I enlisted on my 17th birthday in '86, and he enlisted a year later. He did the same thing. We both went. I don't know why. We were in Navy ROTC, and we went. Okay, we're here, almost there. So I didn't go very far. Yeah, I liked the Army. I did. I felt like I wanted to go active duty and be a drill sergeant, but I got married and had babies instead. I should cross one more. Yeah, let me cross one more. Ooh, y'all, thanks for staying with me. Oh, cool. Yeah, and then after 2 years, he went active duty, and I just finished out my time. Almost went to Desert Storm. He was in a light fighter unit then, so he didn't go because they wanted tanks. Hey massage. I did have kids early. Okay, I got 16 seconds. It's okay, because we always said, well, we had kids early so we can be empty nesters early. Which we are. That's why I can do this. If my grandkids were still here, they were my life. I had them since they were little. Because my daughter was a single mom for most of their time. That's why I educate people like I do. I wanted to be a school teacher. So instead, I had a home daycare for 8 years that I ran just like a daycare with lesson plans and everything. And so I ended up getting school teachers and bus drivers that brought their kids to me. We're here. Thank you. I appreciate that, Gerard. I was going to call Tom, but since you guys wanted to hang out with me, I appreciate it. He's sometimes busy in the middle of the night. He patrols all over downtown Waco at night. There, I actually feel safer on Skid Row than some places in LA. Yeah, when they're asleep across the street, I kind of feel better because I'm not alone, and I think somebody would have less of a idea to accost me at all. Oh, I was going to tell you what happened. So I had one camera on this one street, then around the corner to the right, I had another camera. I see this slow moving car, like slow creeping, where they were laying, but on my side. Then I see a girl on the other camera behind my building walking really fast and looking behind her. And I'm like, oh, heck no. What is going on here? But then I see her disappear around a building and come back. And I didn't see where she went. I lost her on my camera. So I went outside. Oh, wow, Helly. That's terrible. That's what I'm here to protest. So I went over there and I asked, I said, I'm looking for a girl. And when they were like, well, if we see her, oh, the car did a U-turn and stopped by them. They were giving them food. But on camera, it looked mega suspicious. And she was actually laying there when I finally said, oh, she's in bell bottom. She was, oh, that was me. I'm like, thank goodness. I go, it looks so bad on camera. I'm not supposed to get involved with anything off my property, but I'm a human being, you know? See, look how pretty my truck is, and it's old because they fixed it. All right, guys, I'm here. I need both hands. Thank you guys for staying. This was actually very productive, and I think it's going to be my Friday night thing now. I'll do one day at the org during the day, and I'll do one because I can only do 2 days a week now. I'm going to do this because I love it. I don't have a schedule. I just show up and leave. It's really good. All right, good night, everyone. I'll see you in the chats.